Hello, everyone, and thanks for listening in. We're here talking with Kelvin, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his role at the Selden Centre and what he's up to and what a typical day in the life is for him. So, first of all, thanks, Kelvin, for joining us. And why don't you tell us a bit about your role?
Thank you. So my name is Kelvin Tunha. I work as a shift leader at the Selden Centre. Basically, my role is I work alongside nurses in running a shift. So I'm responsible for planning the day for both the clients and the staff that will be supporting them. This includes communicating with the whole team, what the day is going to be like, or plans for the week. I also kind of make decisions around the day, but that is kind of along my professional boundaries. If there is anything that needs to be escalated, I do that alongside the nurses that I work with. If it's a clinical decision, then that's got made by the nurses. But basically, my role is I kind of work in between the supporting staff and the nurses.
Next question would be, what would be a typical, although I know that's not normally a typical role, but what would be a typical day in the life of your shift leader role?
A typical day would probably be me coming in first thing in the morning, getting handover, and then I plan the day firsthand before we do everything else. So that's meetings, that's health appointments or activities for the day. After that, I just need to make sure all the staff on shift, they actually know what they are doing and what is expected of them. And if we've got any tasks or anything that needs doing, I have to allocate like a specific person for that task. As the day progresses, I also get the opportunity to spend time with the clients that we support, which is something that I enjoy quite a lot, going out or going shopping or just providing some kind of activities. I think the other thing is that I like about my day is just being at the center of things, between the clients, the staff, and what the kind of care that we are providing, and just being there to answer their questions if they've got any.
Like I mentioned at the start, your shift leader role is based in the Selden Centre. With the centre, it offers care in a kind of less restrictive environment. So do you find this is kind of beneficial for our service users to sort of have a very more like open door policy?
Yeah, I think that's least restrictive practice. I find that quite beneficial because what it does is it promotes independence for the people that we support. So if you promote independence, you're basically promoting or increasing the quality of life for a person. So if someone gets that, it reduces the number of incidents that you have on a ward. So at the moment at the Selden Centre, we are incorporating the safe wards model. We've started the know each other forms, which are really helpful for our clients. So what we've noticed is we've managed to reduce the number of incidents of aggression, obstruction, or even physical restraint that we have to do on a daily basis. That is kind of all incorporated in the PBSs that we have, and being person-centered. This is all part of the least restrictive practice, which is quite beneficial, and I like it. It makes our jobs easier.
What would you say makes working for SPFT different than, say, another trust around Sussex or Hampshire?
I think since I've started working here, I've felt more entrusted. I think I just know that I'm being entrusted to keep people safe, and it's one of the things that I like. So that's a big difference. The other thing that I've noted about SPFT is you are kind of empowered to have a voice when things are going wrong or you've got something that is concerning you. You are allowed to speak up. We've got the freedom to speak guardian that you can talk to, who is always like easily accessible. The managers where I work, they've got an open door policy. You can speak to them when you want to. The other thing about Sussex Partnership is they run a lot of like apprenticeship for all the staff. So if you want to learn, develop yourself, the opportunities are there. It's just you making a decision, and I think that's quite a big thing for me. And it's just I think as a whole, the trust has been very supportive for people that work for them, and it's just amazing, and I like it here.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Like you do feel very, very supportive working here, and it's very nice.
Yes.
Yes. Last question. If you could go back in time and tell yourself one thing on your first day of working here, what would it be?
I think it would be go in with a positive mind, because people will support you. Because when I started, I wasn't too sure. I didn't think people would be supportive. So if that's one thing I would change, I would have just walked in that first day and just have a positive mind and know that I've got people that are going to back me up and they're going to support me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think that's a really nice thing to think, because that's one thing we do obviously want to advertise a lot in the trust, is that we do provide a very, very supportive environment for anything and anyone. Like if you need support, we are there to help you, which is really nice. But yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your very, very busy day to sit and have a quick chat with me. And hopefully people will have a little listen to this and think, okay, yeah, I fancy joining that trust.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been good. Thank you very much.